So I found the water pump. It's been acting up in the bedroom under the closet. Take out the drawers. They just slip out. And I've got a light down here so you can kind of see how the pump is oriented. So it looks pretty straightforward. I'll unhook 3 screws here, there, and on the other side, and then we'll just take these off, the water inlet, the water outlet, and they look like they just screw off, and then we'll put the new one in. The hardest thing about this whole job was finding the pump to begin with. But as we can see, we can get to it without tearing a bunch of stuff up. So here's our pump I bought off of eBay, brand new with warranty. Now this comes with some hose adapters, which I probably won't need, and since it comes with a strainer to go on the inlet, but that would require me to redo some of that stiff piping. So I think I'm just going to opt to put the pump in because it's all pretty much fit for this. If it's not and I have to adjust it, then I may go ahead and make an adapter and get a coupler and put on the strainer. So I've got everything out and ready to go. I found 4 screws that should fit. Should be long enough. These are the screws that I've been taking out of the RV here and there in my repairs. So they've got the square head, square slash Phillips. Might need a nipper, might need a wire stripper. And I think that's probably all I'll need, besides the drill with the square tip on it. I've got a couple towels I'm going to take back there, just in case there's some water left in the system. Make sure the water is off. But I think I'll turn on the pump to show you what it's doing. So I've turned off the house water and checking the tank, and I've got a good third of a tank of water. So we'll go in and turn on the pump and I'll let you hear what it's doing. There should be plenty of water in that tank. So I've tuned on the pump. I don't know if you can hear it. It's just running kind of real slow, like it's trying to get some pressure built up, but it just runs and runs and runs. I've checked for leaks, checked the tank. Unless there's an air leak in the inlet pipe coming in, it should be able to get suction. So we'll R&R it and see what we get. I've decided to go ahead and drain the tank and limit my exposure when I take off the line to the house from the pump. So I'm going to open this valve, and then I'll open a faucet and we'll let that drain out. Don't forget to turn off your hot water switch, as we're going to drain the line as much as we can. So I found another valve right here, and this one drains the lines. So the other valve I shut off. I'm not going to drain that tank. I don't need to drain the tank. And we'll go take that pump out. So we're going to have to get in there and nip this And then I'm going to unscrew both sides. And I'm also going to take the wires off. And then I'll take the screws out. Let's see how much water we got down here. Got a little water on this side, but not much. And I'm just going to make note that the white or ground wire from the coach is going to the black or ground wire of the pump, and that the red is going to, from the pump, is going to the black. So white is the common on the coach and black is the hot. Then when you've got pumps, you've got red as the hot and black as the ground. And these are crimp-on, so I'm going to see if I have a couple crimp-ons left, or I've got a couple screw caps. They prefer crimp-ons because of vibration. So I got a couple replacements that I had in my kit. And so I'm not going to have to strip this wire. Might as well strip it now and get the wiring done. So strip the wires on the mains coming in. Just a little bit. You don't want any wire exposed when you put the caps on. So for example, oops, let's get a new cap, shall we? Looks like about so. Well, the back screw was fun to get out, but other than that, we've got it out. So it's just back where you can't see it. Comparing the pumps, I knew this was a little bit bigger pump. It's a new pump. It's 3 gallons per minute. The old pump was 2.8 gallons per minute, 2088-403-144, and I'm replacing it with the 4008-101 A65. My concern is that the height is maybe an inch higher, and I have that ridge of pipe back there, so that'll be my main concern. So the old pump is out. I've got the wires ready to go, and we'll see what kind of we've cleaned up the water best we could with our towel, and we'll see what kind of lift we have on these. See if we can get that new pump in. You don't need much tape. I usually put on 3 wraps clockwise, and that should do it. I've got the new pump in. The wires are connected. And there was enough flux in the pipes. Let's see, once I bolt it down, it should be good to go. I think I'm going to go ahead and fill the tank, and I'll bolt it down after I make sure everything's working. Main water is on. I've opened all the faucets, let the air out, and now I'm going to fill the H2O tank. And I've checked the pump and it's not leaking yet. I don't know if it has any pressure. It should have some pressure from the house back to the outlet of it. So it looks good. So I've filled the water tank and disconnected the house water, and now we're ready to fire up the pump and run on it for a few days, make sure everything's working good. So we'll go ahead and turn on the water. So I didn't get back here quite in time, but the pump was running. I don't see any leaks. Very quiet. Go check the sink. Now we'll see if we have any pressure. Nice pressure there. Some water. Air in the water. The hot water. And it seems to be working good. Go in here to the kitchen. Try these. Things are looking good so far. I'll go back here and see what we see. I don't see any water. And the pump's not running, it's up to pressure. Looks good. I'll screw that down and put the drawers back in.